We're setting the stage for what's set to be a significant week for tariffs. Canada, the European Union, and China all signaling they are ready to retaliate if the U.S. goes ahead with beefed-up tariffs on steel and aluminum, all part of a surprise announcement made by Donald Trump late last week. Now, the president insisting trade wars are good. Here's a refresher.
It'll be 25% for steel. It'll be 10% for aluminum. And it'll be for a long period of time.
Canada, by the way, is the single largest supplier of both steel and aluminum to the U.S. So could countries like ours see some kind of exclusion from the tariffs that could be finalized this coming week? The White House Director of Trade and Manufacturing answering that question today on CNN.
There's a difference between exemptions and country exclusions. There'll be an exemption procedure for particular cases where we need to have exemptions so that business can move forward. But at this point in time, there'd be no country exclusions.
And the U.S. Commerce Secretary, in an interview with Meet the Press, downplaying the possible effects of the proposed tariffs on the U.S. economy. After Trump's announcement fueled a stock market slide last week and drew international criticism.
What we're talking about in terms of the economy is $9 billion of tariffs. That's all. That's a fraction of 1%.
Expect to hear more about the proposed tariffs tomorrow out of Mexico City, where NAFTA negotiations are being held. Canada's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Chrystia Freeland, is taking part, and in a statement, she says in part, as the #1 customer of American steel, Canada would view any trade restrictions on Canadian steel and aluminum as absolutely unacceptable. Should restrictions be imposed on Canadian steel and aluminum products, Canada will take responsive measures to defend its trade interests and workers. Tariff talk also making its way to Saturday Night Live just a day after Donald Trump called Alec Baldwin's impression of him terrible. So here's Baldwin with the last word.
Well, I announced these steel and aluminum tariffs this week. People are going nuts about it. I brought back the steel industry by destroying the auto industry and tanking the stock market. Impressive. Look at that. Both sides hated it. I don't care. I said I was going to run this country like a business. That business is a Waffle House at 2 a.m.